Yo, what's up, man? Frankie Donna's TV. Hit that like button, man. So, Nike spokesperson came out today and said that Antonio Brown is not a Nike athlete. Company spokesperson told the newspaper, which they reported, that they declined to comment on why at the time of the decision. But we all know why they did this. Since September 7th, when he got released by the Raiders, Antonio Brown, and then on the 10th, 3 days later, the day after he signs to the Patriots, Brittany Taylor comes out with her civil lawsuit, sexual assault case. And then another one came out, but that was recently dropped, I believe. And, this is what happens. This is the domino effect. And right now, everyone's coming after AB, and everything he's doing is just day after day after day. It's something, it's something. It's almost as a damn, are they attacking this guy from within, it seems like. But this is why LeVar Ball did the Baller brand a couple of years ago. And we could clown him. LeVar Ball's a character. The shoe was overpriced. It wasn't worth it. His son even came out and said that the shoe was bad quality and it fucked up his feet. Hell, Nike had a shoe on Zion Williamson and it blew up on him in the biggest game of the year. It happens. Shoes are shoes. They make these shoes overseas in sweatshops and pay these kids a nickel an hour. But this is why LeVar Ball decided to come up with his own sneaker brand, because this is what these sneaker companies do. Adidas, who owns Reebok, Nike, whatever. They give these athletes these deals. They're not guaranteed contracts. They can release you or end the deal anytime they feel like it. These athletes have to put up these astronomical numbers and keep this squeaky clean image. If not, they get dropped. And that's what happened. Now, we all have our skeletons in the closet, our personal issues that go on in our houses and our, behind closed doors. But the difference is we're not public figures. So no one sees or knows our business. But when you're a public figure, it's almost as if you have to live the perfect home life. You can't do anything that's normal with mistakes intended, or so it's so much pressure and a microscope on you. And not excusing Antonio Brown for everything that's been going on. I don't believe the sex case with the Brittany Taylor girl one bit. His doctor had a thing with, he was farting in front of the doctor's face and all this shit. But yeah, this is why, LeVar Ball did the Baller brand, because it's like he knew if his son got a deal with Adidas, they were gonna drop him anyway because he knew his son wasn't that good. They used the momentum his son had coming out of UCLA, because it was all that momentum and all that hype, and he said, "Let's capitalize off this hype while we can, because once he gets exposed in the pros and people realize he's just an average point guard, it ain't gonna mean shit." So LeVar did what he could do to try to make a buck and to go the entrepreneur route, which is definitely something I respected, because I'd rather own my own shit than to be working for another company that could just drop me at any moment. And Antonio Brown's not the first athlete to lose a sneaker deal. They all do it. Most former basketball players, when they retire, they lose their deals. Jordan's the only one I could think of that kept his deal way after he retired, still has one. But yeah, this is why LeVar Ball did what he did with the Baller brand. And like I say, this is just a domino effect, and they're just going to keep ripping Antonio Brown. Now, Antonio Brown's had endorsements with Snapchat, Facebook, Nike up until today. He had a deal with Pepsi. He's had all type of deals. Don't feel bad for him. He's made over $60 million just off endorsements. We're not even talking about the NFL contract. So the boy is loaded. But this is what happens when, you have a couple of personal issues that leak out. These companies will not stick with you unless you have the crazy numbers, you're perfect on the field, on the court, and you have the perfect lifestyle. The moment something comes out that's too edgy, they drop your ass like a bad habit, and that's what they did today. So, you know, yeah, Nike has dropped Antonio Brown as a sports endorsement deal that he had going. I think he got the deal last year, February. So they had the deal for almost, a little over a year, but it's over now. So, yep.